Cause I need a room, what you call that? Ventador in all black, 4G autos, all that. Have posters on my wall, so give me some room. She ain't called back, can't wait to see you crawl back. Gon' dub the bitch, fall back and stack it till it's tall. Bitch, I'm on that.
And I also came to the realization that I'm not fucking bi. Like,
Okay, good, because I was actually gonna ask about that.
like,
Because I was like, every time we're on, he's talking about how he's talking with a girl or whatever the fuck. So I'm like, seriously, come on now.
yeah, I don't know whether it was just me not knowing who I was, or if it was just a sick joke that like got carried on way too long.
I think it was a sick joke that got carried on way too long, and you ended up believing it yourself.
Well, yeah, and I think the thing is, the thing that really triggered it was Nick legitimately, the only thing he talked about, like, we sat down at the dinner table, right? And keep in mind, I'm sitting next to the girl that was, you know, pretty good looking. And immediately he goes, oh yeah, Gabe's bi. And no, he doesn't even say Gabe's bi. He goes, Gabe's gay. And he told his parents, Gabe's gay. And I'm like, all right, well, first off, I'm only like 0.25% gay. Like, if anything, I'm like less than 25%. And it was like, all right, well, I just don't want this to be advertised anymore. It was just a feeling of like, as much as I really don't care, like, yo, fuck it. You can think whatever you want. It's just a weird thing to be just. Anytime you have a conversation with a new person and like someone's there, it's like, oh yeah, he's bi, he's gay, he's gay, he's gay, he's a faggot. Like,
Okay, chill with that word. You're also on YouTube. You
Oh,
are
true.
also on YouTube.
True.
We'll get
True.
fucked over for it.
but you know, it's just something I feel like they latched on to way too quick. And I'm like, all right, let's just cut the shit. Let's cut the shit.
It did make for some really fucking funny content when we were playing Dead by Daylight and you guys were playing COD, though.
Oh yeah, like,
Hilarious commentary.
the thing is,
But-
you like, you guys making fun of me for almost acting a little gay is fine. Like, or acting gay, like
The thing
within
is, you
quotation
didn't mean
marks. Yeah, I didn't
thing is,
really. Yeah,
It was just, you said it once and everybody fucking rolled with it.
yeah, and so
But then again, you have to remember, I came back to it after not being in the parties for a couple weeks. Like the PlayStation
yeah,
because I was fucking off playing Dead by Daylight by myself or with a bunch of other friends. And then I come back, and literally the first thing I hear as soon as I join the party is, yo, did you hear what happened last night? I'm like, no, what? Gabe came out as bi. I'm like, pardon the fuck out of me. He did what? And they were like, yeah, no. I was like, tell me this is a joke or you're being dead ass, because I can't fucking tell.
yeah. So
And I just rolled with it when you joined the parties because I knew you were recording.
yeah, and the thing is, I also said, like, very jokingly, some of the stuff that I've actually thought, like, I think there's maybe like one or two guys in this world that I might hook up with, maybe, and I would never like date them at all, like, just maybe, you know.
Right.
But that's it, you know.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, I guess, you know, if it's almost as if I'm like open. I'm not necessarily bi, but I'm open, you know?
I guess. Yeah, I don't. It's the whole I'm this or I'm that. It's a very weird, touchy subject.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to really break it down.
And I guess that's kind of why there's like 57 different types of like
This
LGBT,
and that.
yeah.
LGBTQ, R, who fucking knows?
Yeah. So
Not that I'm throwing shade, but like, man, I can't keep up. Like, I stopped paying attention.
yeah,
time ago.
that's
I
why
mean, I never have, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
like if you say something other than like the LGBT part, I'm like, all right, you're gonna have to explain this to me, because like, what the fuck?
I think Q is queer,
Yeah, what? Like,
which has been a word for forever.
is queer just
But-
the same word? Like, is there a difference between queer, lesbian, and gay? Like, well, obviously there's a difference between gay and lesbian, but like, I've heard people use queer, and then they'd go date a guy, and they're a girl. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that whole thing. It's a weird ass subject that I rarely ever fucking talk about, but I don't know, man. It is what it is.